El fin is the meaning for the end in Spanish. And for some, this is the end of their adventure for now. But for the rest of us, the journey will continue. Bobby and his family's adventure has come to an end this time. Overnight, Bobby had become ill and decided they will not continue on. So they packed up early this morning and headed back to Ohio. Maintaining the correct tire pressure when transitioning from off-road to pavement is crucial for safety and performance. As Derek from Vice Grip Garage would say, these tires are going to need a little more wind in them. So we got our ARB single hooked up to the Lightning Cube and fluffed those tires up real good. Packing up camp can sometimes be a daunting task, especially after long hours of rain bouncing off the forest floors. We took our time getting our tents and supplies cleaned up and put away before we washed up ourselves and pointed our rigs at the West Virginia and Virginia state
10
lines.
out of 10. Recommend.
I just want to point out this was our first night staying in our 4x4 Colorado Alto Mini. And boy, it did not disappoint.
Whoa.
That's really pretty.
Facts.
Well into our descent down the mountainside, Jordan's brakes began to soak up the heat and shake heavily. So safety first, we pulled over to take a gander and make sure everything is properly working and nothing is beginning to fail.
Pulled over because Jordan thinks his wheel's gonna fall off or something. Is it okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything looks fine.
Okay, good.
Other than his axle boost, but
Could his rotor just be warped? Or does he have drums?
Jake said these things warp rotors very easily.
Okay.
Everything checked out with Jordan's 4Runner, and he'll just have to do some upgrades before our next adventure.
That's wrong. It's not just a motor, it's a motor.
Our first stop, the oldest family-owned store in West Virginia, at the mouth of Seneca Rock, Harper's Old Country Store. It's the oldest business continuously run by the same family in West Virginia. It is owned and operated by the Harper family of Seneca Rocks, the 5th generation of Harpers since the store's founding in 1902. This is supposedly the oldest store in West Virginia and also still family-owned. So we're gonna go inside and check it out. What a cool place. What you got going on over here, man?
Stickers.
Some good old stickers.
Now I'm looking for a fridge magnet since I collect them.
They even serve pizza.
Got you. I wonder if they have any more.
I bet you that's some good pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Camping supplies.
Ew, that's real. These are all real furs.
Yeah.
So
They've been
cute.
cleaned.
Cynical
Oh,
ball.
that's a cool hat.
$25 hairs.
$25 hairs.
$25 hairs.
I like it.
Oh yeah, all those from here. Oh, more right. Shut up. Okay, good. Got one discount. My manager, Paula.
Okay.
Right here.
It's like a time capsule inside, from camping items to clothing to food, souvenirs, and more. What a wonderful little gem nestled right in the middle of the mountains. Buddy, you couldn't have timed that any better.
I mean, he was standing there waiting for the move. Oh, pretty.
I think there's an actual down through there. I know. The elephant in the room. Seneca Rocks. These rocks climb 900 feet above Seneca Creek, located in the Monongahela National Forest. These visually striking rocks are made up of Tuscarora quartzite that was formed more than 200 million years ago. The quartzite is over 250 feet thick. Seneca Rock is not only an extravagant sight to see, but also a popular place for recreational rock climbing. But enough about the big, beautiful rocks. Let's talk about this view. This is Flagpole Knob, located on the Allegheny Mountains along the border of West Virginia and Virginia, a site for one of the several fire towers in the Shenandoah Mountains. From the 1940s to the 1960s, the fire warden system began to decline in popularity, and aerial flights replaced the need for fire towers. By the 1980s, enough people could live nearby and report the fires, also making aerial flights unnecessary. Our journey didn't stop here. We kept those tires rolling in the dirt. After we paused to chat with a fellow Overlander for a moment, we noticed nightfall approaching and time slipping away. We needed to carry on to find our campsite for the night. We settled on a site nearby, settled in and had a bite to eat. In lieu of being an influence to the younger generation, we broke out the mini RCs and carved up some rocks. As the batteries died, we gathered around a warm fire, had some drinks, and engaged in conversation. All agreed to call it a night, knowing that another day of uncertainties awaited us. As a cool fog settled in through the dense forest, dawn was among us. We did it. A second night in our 4x4 Colorado Alto Mini. It was even better than the first. If you want to see more on our 4x4 Colorado rooftop tent, leave us a comment down below. One by one, we rose to our feet, sipping coffee and hot chocolate as we packed up camp. The serene fog had set the mood for the morning, creating an epic atmosphere. As we embarked on another day of extraordinary adventure, we encountered only one person throughout our entire trek down the mountainside.
Yeah, don't.
Good. Thanks, bud. The rainfall from the preceding days would transform our surroundings into a lush rainforest. Venturing out in these affordable vehicles amidst the dense forests of the eastern coast brings us together. It simply demonstrates that you don't require a brand new vehicle to escape the chaotic, noisy city life. As we continue down the path ahead, we're delighted by the soothing sound of rocks beneath our tires. The tranquility of the trees above, the occasional scurry of an animal among the ground, and the gentle creaks and cracks of old trucks that are rarely heard on smooth pavement of city roads. If you're embarking on your first such adventure, I highly recommend a trail like Flagpole Knob. It offers a moderate level of challenge, yet it's still a breathtakingly beautiful experience. You're good? The gentle trickling of water from the streams through nature's carpeted floors creates a soothing sound, providing us all with a sense of peace. We'll zigzag across numerous water crossings that all flow into Skidmore Fork Lake, also known as Switzer Reservoir. Constructed in 1975, this lake serves as a flood control and a source of drinking water for Harrisonburg, Virginia. With a depth exceeding 100 feet, it's a great destination for trout fishing. This time of year, none of the water crossings were too deep at all. We crossed every one without any troubles. Every one of our rigs did great. As we air up our tires, we're thinking about our time away from home. We've got 6 to 7 hours back, and then we'll be on to thinking about our next adventure. Maybe back to Kentucky or Tennessee? If you made it this far, don't forget to help us out with a like. If you enjoy our content, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Really? Like 1 minute, I think, in it? How long does it take to blow? Philip?